Leaving a high control group is a rupture, a death, sometimes walking through fire. But what comes next, when the mask is gone and the air is clear? Hi, my name is James. A few months back, I left Ordo Templi Orientis, or OTO, after 11 years of participation and leadership. It presents itself as a Thelemic initiatory spiritual organization, a church. But in my opinion, it's neither. This summer, I've been making videos laying out the case that OTO is a high control group, and a particularly harmful one. But this video isn't about exposure. It's about after. The grief, the disorientation, and the return. Not to the group, but to yourself. This is not a story of exile. This is the beginning of emergence. The first thing you might notice after leaving is silence. Relief, yes, but also disorientation. My first 2 weeks out of OTO felt like an altered state. There was lightness, openness, like I'd taken off a heavy helmet. But it wasn't altered consciousness. It was undistorted consciousness. You might also experience a sudden social vacuum, especially if it's a high immersion group like OTO. That can be disorienting. It may take time to rebuild your support system. For me, it helped to remember the relationships that I left behind were not safe, not trustworthy, not emotionally regulating. Spending more Saturday nights alone is better than spending them with people who are dysregulating or abusive. You may also experience ritual collapse, not just the absence of ceremonies, but the loss of a role, the helper, the hero, even the scapegoat. You might miss the illusion of a spiritual life, but remind yourself, it was an illusion. These are not spiritual organizations. These are secular organizations serving the egos of the people in charge. Wait, watch. Something rawer and more real will start to emerge. You may feel emptier than you expected, but it's not emptiness, it's space. And you haven't had that in years. You may feel a lot of things. Give them all space. Waves of grief, not just for the group, but who you were in it. Anger at what you tolerated, what was done to you, what you missed. Freedom and guilt, sometimes in the same breath. Identity confusion. Who am I without this role? Who am I when I'm not babysitting giant infants? You may also experience erotic charge coming back online, your signal returning. Your power may come back in strange forms. Rage, lust, laughter, let it all in. What comes after leaving is not collapse. It's the truth beneath the performance. Here's what actually remains. Your signal, the natural pulse of your being, striving for union with life. Your values, the things that matter to you most now. Your capacity to serve, lead, create, and initiate, in the real sense of those words. Your hunger for contact with what's real. The spiritual current you thought belonged to them, it was yours the whole time. They tried to contain it or steal it. You took it back. And in doing so, you may have saved your own life. I'm not a cult recovery expert, but here's what helped me and others. Don't rush to fill the void with another system. If the idea of spirituality makes you feel queasy right now, good. Let it. Sit with that clarity. Reconnect with your body. Walk, touch, move. I walked 2 hours a day for weeks. It helped me process what was coming up. Rebuild ritual, not to replace what was lost, but to anchor your real self. These will come naturally as your signal gets clearer. Reach out to people who see you, not just to people who seem to agree with you. I had to accept loss of contact with almost everyone even connected to OTO before this started to emerge. And eventually, start asking, what do I want in my spiritual life now? Not just what you want to avoid, what you actually want. It might not look spiritual at all. It might just be presence, or breath, or honest contact with another human being. That's enough. That's real. This is when you begin to create, not just critique. Think of this as the start of a second journey. You're post-initiation now. I mean real initiation, rupture, reconfiguration, return. The teacher you serve now is your own clarity, moral clarity, somatic clarity, attunement to what's actually happening. The community you want may not exist yet, but it will. And this time, it'll be built on something solid. You're not waiting to be found. You're becoming the beacon. What comes after the leaving is the becoming. not of something new, but of something true. You left the temple, but the fire came with you. Now you walk without oaths, without robes, without needing to be watched. You travel like a star on your own orbit through life. It's disorienting, sometimes lonely, but it's also clear, clean, freeing, and it creates space for something more real. When you're ready, ask yourself, what do I want my spiritual life to feel like now? What have I reclaimed? What do I now know I can never give away again? The exile is over. You're already home.